Good day to you, my fellow Ghanaians. Welcome to GH 101 Report. Recently, a young man posted a video online lamenting bitterly that someone he had put in charge of his phone shop had run off with all his goods, leaving the shop empty and causing the business to collapse. This video prompted many Ghanaians to share their experiences of how they had helped others by offering job opportunities, only for those individuals to turn around and steal from them. It shed light on the unfortunate culture in our society of our widespread dishonesty. Before we delve into the discussion, we will take our theme song and then get back to you.
Arise, gather youth for your country. The nation demands no demotion. Let us all unite to oppose her and make her great and strong. We are all equal. We are all equal. We are all equal in building a motherland.
Welcome back. So, for our commentary today, we will look into the topic, the Ghanaian problem of dishonesty. Let's listen to what the young businessman said in the video.
The reason why when people travel, they close all their businesses back home. Interpol has taken all my phones from my shop. All my phones. When I returned to Ghana, and all the monies I made in America from the 9 months, 11 months that I stayed here, I reinvested everything back into the shop. I bought phones. I bought new, used, everything. The only phones that I did not take were 317 Pro Max that I left in the house because I did not trust him. Every other phone in that store, he has taken every other phone in the store. He has opened the safe and taken everything from my shop and run away. This is somebody that I have removed from problems more times than I can even remember. He will owe this person money, I will go and pay. He will mess up here, I will bail him out. He will do this, I will do that. I'll advise him, hey, people are wicked though. This is why when people grow up to somewhere and they become some entrepreneurs, they are wicked. And then they treat their employees very terribly because people have given them bad history. I treat my people like they are kings. People I work with, I treat them like they are king. I treat them like they are royalty. But look at how some of them pay you back. Everything. I only left Ghana for a year. All my 2 businesses are gone. All my 2 businesses are gone. My clothing store is gone. My food shop at this point, all my inventory is gone. This is why people travel and they close, and then you say that, oh, you come and reinvest back home. Invest back home for who?
When the parable of the talent story is told in the Bible, it is said that when the landlord returned and asked the person he had given his 1 talent to what happened to it, it is said that the person answered that he had wrapped it in a napkin, dug the ground, and hidden it. I believe that if this same story were crafted in a Ghanaian context, having Ghanaian characters, the more likely answer the person would have given for what they did with the 1 talent the landlord had given them to keep and to trade with would have been to say, because I know you are a wicked man and you have given me less than others, so I sold the talent and have spent the money. It has become an agreement among us Ghanaians that a negative trait among us is that of dishonesty. It is an experience many people have had to deal with Ghanaians. The stories are numerous. One, of traders who suggest qualities of a product they are selling, which is not true, as being said. Two, a particular service being advertised, making offers that after you subscribe to it, then you realize only a beautiful picture have been painted to you of something that you find out is even below average. And three, the most concerning is that of dishonest and disloyal employees in the workplace. This, which is a most often repeated complaint. Many Ghanaian businesses have faced significant difficulties because of this problem. Many companies, due to issues of trusting their Ghanaian employees, sometimes resort to hiring expatriate workers from other countries to protect their interests. How is it that this widespread problem of dishonesty seems to be deeply rooted in our culture as a people? Is it a cultural norm that is accepted? Are we genetically predisposed to think and behave dishonestly? Or is it our social conditioning that influences us to think and act this way? This problem also appears to be a common issue across the African continent, which explains the prevalence of corruption in our governments. It has become a problem that has made many Ghanaians hesitant to become entrepreneurs or start a business. Many people have been burned by the betrayal of some Ghanaians they trusted, who made away with the earnings of their business or stole their shop products and ran away with them. To this issue, some Ghanaians will defend and will give the excuse that most Ghanaian employers do not pay good wages. However, should this be a justification to consider it okay to break God's 8th commandment, thou shalt not steal, and the 9th commandment, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's property, and the 10th commandment, thou shalt not lie? What happened to our personal honor, reputation, of keeping one's good name, and of upholding our integrity? In our country, where we glorify money and wealth without caring how a person makes it, and we don't even frown when we discover that a person has used dishonest means to become prosperous, why then should we expect people to feel guilty or have a prickling of their conscience to steal from their employers? They see nothing wrong with it, that it is their right. I had an experience of this very problem not very long ago. A driver who had been using his boss's saloon car for his side taxi service. I accompanied a friend to the North Industrial Area in Accra to buy some plastic bottles. When we were done with our purchases and got out of the gate carrying our load, a man approached us, asking us if we wanted a taxi. We asked him how much he would charge to take us to Abekan La Paz. He mentioned the price, and we agreed. And he said we should follow him to the car. I was surprised observing the car as we got closer. We were approaching a black, shiny, sleek Hyundai saloon car that was parked. I know what most ride-hailing service vehicles look like, and this saloon car wasn't one of those cars. The man opened the car boot. We put our load inside and he shut it, opening the back passenger door for us to enter. Inside the car were plush leather seats, air conditioning, surround sound, and many other attractive features, all of which increased my discomfort and suspicion. I was wondering in my mind about the car. It was then that the man began speaking. He said he wished he could take us to La Paz, but he had to return to pick up his boss. He was a manager of one of the companies in the industrial area. I began to feel like I was doing something illegal. I felt uncomfortable sitting in someone's car I did not know of and felt as if I was in alliance with the driver in betraying the car owner, who believed his car was parked in a secure parking area. Instead, it was being used by his driver, whom he trusted, who was deceitfully using their saloon car for a taxi service without their consent. The driver continued talking. "You know how it is," he said. "The money I'm paid is not much, so I do this on the side for extra money." The way he was saying it, as if thinking that as fellow Ghanaians, we should understand his situation and agree with him in his action. The driver dropped us off at Melcombe in the industrial area. As we were getting out, he told us to hand him the fare inside the car so no one would see him taking money and know he was using his boss's car for a taxi service. What made me feel so uncomfortable about the whole situation is that it reminded me of how it feels to be the employer being deceived by the employee. When I was a young girl, my dad traveled abroad. On his return, he brought a car to use as a taxi. Someone recommended a person at our church who was a driver and wanted a vehicle to drive. So my father, thinking this person was trustworthy, gave this person his taxi to drive. Everything was well for a few months. Then the troubles began. This man will come to the house bringing no sales and will complain that the taxi has been giving him problems and has been at the auto workshop for days. At other times, he will come and complain that he has not been feeling well and has not been on the road working. This went on for many months. The sales were never regular or short of the agreed on amount. He will always come with complaints. Either the taxi has been giving him mechanical problems or he has not been feeling well. One day, we didn't hear from this man again. We found the taxi abandoned on the roadside, having developed a mechanical fault, and the man had run away. My father had to pay to get the broken down taxi towed to the auto workshop. It was so damaged that the cost of its repair was astronomical. Later, we learned that this man overused my father's taxi to make money to establish a printing press for himself. And so all the complaints and excuses he was making were all lies he had been telling. And all the sales he was not making to my father, he had been investing it in the printing business. That experience was very bitter for my family. So now my father has always distrusted employees and has been wary of putting outsiders fully in charge of any project he is working on. Most Ghanaians want to help their fellow citizens improve their economic lives. However, when they are treated so dishonestly, they feel the need to hold back their generosity to protect their sanity. For example, someone wrote on a social media page saying, "Today is exactly 6 years since we gave trotro to a driver to work and bring daily sales. He went to work the first day and vanished with everything. Neither the car nor the driver has been seen to date. He vanished with everything." As Ghanaians, we should know that our acts of dishonesty are damaging to our country's business economy. Are we not ashamed that foreigners don't trust us as employees? For instance, go to any factory, company, or supermarket owned by the Indians, Lebanese, and Syrians. They have put their people in various places of the business so they can protect their business from theft and loot by Ghanaians. Is this the kind of reputation we want to be known for as a people? This behavior must change. Change may not come collectively, but it can begin with you and me. Each of us deciding to be true and to be honest with other people's interests, which they commit to our care. The change starts with one person who will stand true and be honest. This is GH 101 Report, brought to you by Adam Amajeblo. Till another time, have a good day.